welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. We're building again today. Surprise, surprise, shock, horror. So the new pack, the Eco Lifestyle pack, has just been released and I am so into it. I think it's one of my favourite packs so far, to be perfectly honest. And I downloaded it straight away as soon as it came out. It was a little bit late to film something, but I thought, you know what I can do? I can build. So this is what happened. I have also now though filmed the first episode of like a rags to riches eco challenge, because why not? Everyone and their dog is probably doing that, but it looks like fun, so I'm joining in. I'm hoping to get that up tomorrow. I want to edit that video as soon as I've finished this one, and this one was a pain to edit. I don't even want to talk about it. My editing software kept crashing on me, so I've had to update it, I guess, because I've had that. I use Sony Movie Studio, nothing fancy, nothing expensive, that does anything, you know, different, because I don't need it, let's be honest. With what I make, with what I edit, and how often I do it, it's just not worth it for me to spend that much money on something. So I use just like Sony Movie Studio, but I've had one version of it for a while. It's the only version of it I've ever used, and there's been quite a few more released since. So I thought it was about time. I paid for a new one, downloaded it, and updated it. So I did that. It worked. We're here. We edited it. We're adding a voiceover. It's all going swimmingly so far. Touch wood. So yeah, that's my story for you. Anyway, about the build. So I normally struggle with doing anything different. I feel like my builds always look the same. But I went out there with this one. I'd seen a couple of builds already that gave me some inspiration, and everything in this pack is just amazing. I'd already gone through and like looked at all of the creator sim items and the build and buy items, so that's why nothing is showing up yellow, by the way. I'd already been through and had a look at it, but like I said, it was quite late at night, so I couldn't really film a first reactions like I wanted to, because it was probably getting on for about half past midnight. So yeah, I just had a quick look myself, and then I thought, well, I'm gonna build a modern, eco-friendly build. So there's gonna be a load of plants around the place, a load of greenery, this rooftop terrace, because we now have ladders. Like, what the hell? And we can alt place windows. Oh my god, like that. Honestly, it's like the bane of my existence that we can't alt place windows, or we couldn't. We can now. Windows and doors can have you placed pretty much wherever you want. But if you get them too close, you'll see I have a couple of issues with, like, they glitch out, so half of the window you can't see through, which is not fun. So there is a bit of, you know, strategic placing to them still, but it just makes life so much easier. And yeah, I wanted to do something different. Like I've already said, I wanted to do something unique. To me, anyway. I know like a lot of the builds coming out right now will look similar. But I normally don't build modern or anything remotely like this, so here's hoping that this turns out well and you like it. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. I've already played with it, so I wanted to playtest it to make sure that the Sims could use everything. There is a couple of changes. You'll see it in the pictures at the end, the screenshots, because there were a couple of things that they couldn't get to. They couldn't even get through the door to the bedroom. So apparently the bed and the bookcase thing were too close to the door, so they couldn't even get in. So I had to make the bedroom a little bit bigger so they could move in, and I had to make the bathroom bigger. The bathroom is already quite big, but I wanted this big, you'll see it at the end, I do the bathroom last, but I wanted this big unit thing in there with all these towels in. But then no matter where I placed the bath, and I tried off camera once I'd finished editing, like when I played, not editing, once I'd finished filming, when I play tested it, I tried to put it everywhere in there, and it just wouldn't work. So I had to make the bathroom one tile bigger backwards as well. So you should see all that in the screenshots, and if you choose to download it, just know that there are a couple of changes. It's going to go up on the gallery. So I'll put whatever I decide to call it. I'll put that in the description below. If you want to use it, you are more than welcome. And my username on there as well is just Petite Games. Might be underscore somewhere in there, but I'm sure you'll find me. I'll put a link below if you want to use this build. I will upload it for you. There will be probably a couple of changes when I upload it as to the eco stuff. So you'll see me soon place a bunch of things down that some of them are eco and some of them are industrial footprint, which I didn't realize at the time of building. I hadn't really twigged on the difference yet. Like, I hadn't looked at the gameplay, I hadn't really sort of looked at anything other than the items, and I just wanted to get building. So you'll see me place a few mismatched things. We have like a generator, a wind turbine, a water thing, and yeah, so when I started actually playing and I realized that I wasn't really upping any footprint because they were just cancelling each other out, maybe, I don't know. So I took out the industrial ones. And yeah, so by the time I upload this, the industrial parts might not be there, or I might like keep them, like put them back in, and you guys can choose what you want. You can take out the industrial, you can take out the eco, whichever you prefer. But in this world, if you're going to use it in this actual community in this world, this is I think it's already an eco-friendly world. I don't think this one is the neutral. I'm pretty sure this is already it's got quite an eco-green footprint anyway. So you'll probably want to keep it like that rather than the industry. But whatever, it's up to you. You may choose. I'm so in love with the gameplay already. The little bits that I've done, it's just so unique, I feel like, to anything we've had before. The only thing that's maybe similar is to the island living one, where obviously if you clean up and stuff, like, you can make the beaches nicer, and this is the same kind of thing here. You can make the worlds look better. Obviously you can go industrial, you can go green or anything like that, and you can literally see it changing around you, which is so cool. But I just think it's so unique. I'm so in love with it. All of these items are amazing. I've tried to use pretty much mostly eco lifestyle and base game. There are a few random things, I think mostly plants, and those steps that I just put in, because we didn't get stairs with this. We got ladders, which, okay, I suppose I'll cope with, but I was like, where are the steps that match? But I figured the island living ones were the better match for that. But yeah, I think everything else, pretty much everything inside, should be eco lifestyle or base game. So you don't have to have a ton of packs to have this build. There might be, like I said, just a few plants and stuff outside missing. You'll see me go ham with the plants soon. I put a load down. But yeah, they might go missing, but you can always replace them with whatever you have. But everything else inside, pretty much most of the build, the important parts of the build anyway, are just eco lifestyle or base game. So, and it's turned out quite well. I really like it. I'm enjoying playing with it. Now I have just like a personal thing. This isn't going to be in the Let's Play that I mentioned, the Rags to Riches. I just made a couple of random sims and put them in there just so I could see how a couple of, obviously to play test the build, but I wanted to see how a couple of the actual items in the world worked as well, like the jobs and stuff. So yeah, and I'm really enjoying it. I highly recommend this pack. I mean, it depends what you have already, I guess. If you want, if you're just starting out and you want to buy the base game or other things, then you can always wait for this one. But I think it is a great addition to the game. I really like it, and I love all these build items. I can't wait to build what do they call it? It's the construction one, the industrial one, oh my god, why is the word just fell out of my head? What is it called? The containers. It came to me. The container homes. That's gonna be my next build after this one. I'm so looking forward to building that and just carrying on with the Rags to Riches Let's Play that I've started. Yeah, like I said, that's gonna go up tomorrow, hopefully. If not tomorrow, it might be Monday. It's Saturday currently. I want to say the 6th. I don't know. I'm losing track of the days. But once this voiceover goes onto my video, this will be uploaded. So you'll see this later today. And then yeah, hopefully tomorrow or Monday, I'll have the first episode of the Rags to Riches challenge out. Exciting. And oh, there we go. That's me placing a generator that is an industrial footprint, which I never realized. I didn't click that we don't need everything. you know, I just wanted to, I wanted to go all out. I wanted to use pretty much every item in this pack in the build. And I'm sure I came close. I'm pretty sure there's not many that I didn't use. But yeah, I really liked this as well. These are like wall divider things, I think. But I thought I'm going to add them on to make sort of a kind of greenhouse, but it's not a greenhouse because I don't put any plants in there. I've just shoved, like, there's the candle making station, that's the fizzing station, the one near the hedge. And we end up putting the recycling thing out there as well. So it's just like a little cover, a roof cover, sort of, for those items. Because I'm assuming they all work outside. I don't know if they'll start to break in the rain. I have not experienced that yet, but we'll find out during gameplay, I suppose. I haven't used, the one thing I haven't used yet actually is the fabricator. Because all I had to do when I put them in to playtest it, I needed to take screenshots, and I realized that I started it in spring, so all the plants were dead. So I played like a week, a Sims week. So it was summer, so the plants were nice and lush and green again, so I could take my screenshots. So I wanted to use the candle making machine and the fizzing machine to see how they worked, and obviously the recycling machine as well. But yeah, the one thing I didn't have them use was the fabricator yet, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it continues, because the world hasn't changed much yet. So I can't wait. And the rags to riches especially. We're starting off, in the rags to riches one, we're starting off in the neutral place, because I felt like that would have been easier. Well, no, not easier, but it would make more of a difference to go from neutral to a green living, because that's what I'm going for. Okay, I'm not interested in the industrial one just yet, because I feel like I don't know how much the industrial world will change. I am actually intrigued to see that if I play a little bit in the industrial world and make everything that I'm doing industrial as well. I'm intrigued to see how it will get more industrialized, like how it will, obviously it will still clean up, all the rubbish is meant to disappear anyway. But I'm intrigued, colour me intrigued. So yeah, this kitchen, one thing they did not give us, which I was so disappointed in, they didn't give us kitchen counters. That's what we need more of. I'm sorry, we have all these packs and look how many kitchen counters there are. There's just not enough. There's not enough for my liking. We need more. And I struggled to pick ones that would go with the eco lifestyle stuff. Not just the items themselves, but also the vibe that we're going for when we want it to be eco-friendly and things like that. You've got all this refurbished wood everywhere, and I thought that fridge went quite nicely, because it's obviously encased in the wooden background. But yeah, other than that, the rest of it just didn't look right. Oh, I seem to have skipped over me placing the walls, but anyway, there you go. We now have wall tiling. I love that corrugated, like, iron colour, like the copper is so pretty. And yeah, we just make that wallpaper is actually I say it's wallpaper, it's not, it's wooden paneling, but it's so nice. And just all these items, and they work really well together. I actually don't normally use these kind of brighter colours, like the kind of orangey colours, but you see the orange sort of on the orange red kind of on the chairs at the dining table, and then the orange on the sofa. I thought it just worked really well with this build. And it ties in the kitchen, I suppose, because the kitchen has got orange on it. But we do actually, I go back and change the kitchen, you'll see that, because I just wasn't happy with it, and the layout sucked. I can't believe I placed the oven there. Like, why did I do that? So we change it about a bit. And I use, I think, just base game ones again, because, you know, nothing else went. So that's what I would like. I would like more kitchen counters, please. Not that the Sims people will ever watch this, but just in case it ever reaches their ears, I need more kitchen counters in my life, in my game. Please and thank you. Anyway, there's so many wall items as well, like so many shelving units that I don't think I ended up using them all because I just couldn't fit them. I had way too many windows in this build to be able to cover the walls, but I really like that one I just placed like above the chair. I think that's possibly my favorite. And as well as this, I thought it was going to be an actual bookcase, but then in game it's not. So that's another thing I had actually. You'll see it. I think you'll see it in the screenshots. There's a bookcase that I put in the hallway because there's no TV. I don't put a TV in this build. I figured, you know, I'm going to play eco-friendly with it. We're not going to have a TV. We're going to be, I don't know why, but we're just not. And I wanted to be able to create our own power and our own water. And the new the bills system, how you can see, oh, here we go. Now I'm switching it around again. Why? I don't know why I was going to put that in the corner. Clearly they wouldn't be able to use it in the corner. But seeing, if you click on the mailbox and you can see, I think you can do it from the computer as well, and you can see like the new bill system. So it actually tells you how much stuff is going to cost, how much you're saving, so you can plan to pay your bills, like in The Sims. Which, how realistic is that? They're just getting better and better. And you can save up your, if you're using some of the, I'm assuming you can use it with the industrial generator things as well, but if you're using the eco things, you can save up like your power and your water, and then you can sell it. So anything you're not really using, and I just think that's awesome. I just think this pack, they've outdone themselves. I think it's really, really good. It's one of the best ones. In my very humble opinion. Oh, and my mum's phone is pinging. She's left it here. Lovely. We'll just ignore that. And I want to apologise if you hear any background noise. There's a second part of my dream house build as well that I need to put up. I don't know when that's going to go up, but I'm distracted right now by this eco lifestyle thing, clearly. Oh, and here's me changing the cabinets because I didn't like them, but I don't like these either, so we changed them again. But yeah, when I was editing the second part of that dream house build, there's noises and clattering and everything going on in the background from the kitchen because I'm now downstairs. I tried changing the wood tones here, but still don't like it. Still don't like it. But yeah, so it's just because I'm down here. I'm trying to negate as much background noise as I can, but for the time being, there's not a lot I can do about it. Other than I'm obviously going to try and film when it is quieter, when there's not so much stuff, like we're not cooking or anything downstairs, so no one's using the kitchen or anything like that. So it will hopefully be quieter than it was in that one. I've tried to edit it out as much as possible, but when it does come out, you'll hear what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, these are the counters that I settled on. I can't, now that I'm watching it back, I have no idea if I actually prefer these counters or the ones I had originally. But you know what? These are staying. Everything works while they can get to everything in the kitchen. So all you'll see is in the screenshots is a few more decor items on the side that I added. But other than that, everything else in here should stay the same. But yeah, so hopefully there's no background noise in this voiceover anyway for you guys. I really like this new lamp, like ceiling light. I like that so much. That's my favorite one. The sort of round shaped one with the leaves in, I put in the bedroom, which is also pretty nice. It is pretty damn nice. They've, like I said, they've just outdone themselves. I love this pack. I don't really know what else to talk about during this voiceover. I might just, cut myself short and put some music on for you guys to listen to. I found some new music recently. All copyright free, but everything is credited in the descriptions. But they're just, I like the sort of softer sounding songs, with actual vocals in. So yeah, I might add one of them in for you at the end. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to download this, I will leave it in the description below. The name you can search, or you can just search Petite Games on Origin, on The Sims. You know what I'm on about, the gallery, the gallery. And I'm sure you'll find it. And yeah, and I'm looking forward to actually downloading other people's builds in my game and changing the world. Because that's one thing I love doing. I love sometimes building myself, but most of the time just downloading better things, better than I can build, and better than EA can build, apparently. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to playing this further. So yeah, like I said, please hit the thumbs up if you liked it, and follow, subscribe, whatever, all that good stuff. and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.
I've been here, but I have to stay afloat. It's not easy. Be a person you don't want. Can somebody take me other thing? Going to do. Where's the life I? Where's my childhood? Is this called living? I don't know. Where's the life I? Where's my childhood? Is this called living? I don't know. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me. Just live behind me. Just live behind me. Look behind me. Look behind. Look behind. Look behind. Where's the life I? Where's my childhood? Is this called living? Look behind. I don't know. Where's the life I? Where's my childhood? Is this called living? Look behind. I don't know. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me. Just live behind me. Just live behind me. Just live behind me. Just behind me. I've been here, but I have to stay afloat. It's not easy. Be a person you don't want. Can somebody take me other thing? Going to do. Where's the life